Fellas, you know Degree Cool Rush deodorant, right? Well, last year they changed the formula, and guys were mad about it. One dude even started a petition. So guess what? Degree heard us, admitted they messed up, and brought the original Cool Rush scent back exactly how it was. And it's in Walmart, Target, and other stores now for under $4. So grab some and remember why its cool, crisp, and fresh scent made it the #1 men's antiperspirant for the last decade. Degree Cool Rush is back, and it smells like victory for all of us.
Acura's all-new ADX, a compact SUV that isn't just built for one thing, it's precision-crafted for everything. To escape the grind with available all-wheel drive. To go with your flow with available Google built-in.
Hey Google, turn it up.
Okay, turning up the volume. And crafted to be heard with an available Bang & Olufsen premium sound system. The all-new Acura ADX, crafted to match your energy. Acura, precision-crafted performance.
Take your vibes on go, 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 go.
Google is a trademark of Google LLC.
Have you heard of Olivia, the travel company for lesbians and LGBTQ+ women? You know what they say, life is short and the world is wide. And when you're a lesbian or LGBTQ+ woman, you want to be able to go on vacation, have some fun, feel safe, and be yourself. Olivia Travel creates full takeovers of their cruise, resort, riverboat, and adventure vacations so you can kiss who you want to kiss without a care in the world in your own safe space. Olivia also provides the entertainment, bringing comedians and musicians from within your community. Traveling by yourself? No problem. Olivia has a robust solos program so you can travel alone, together. Single, coupled up, or in a group, you'll meet amazing LGBTQ+ women who come from all walks of life, yet have so much in common. Join the thousands of Olivians who travel to bucket list destinations all over the world. It's life-changing to be in the majority on your own vacation. Discover Olivia for yourself at olivia.com today.
Let's hang out. Let's hang out. And let's talk about what Lez is about. And let's listen to two lesbians shout. Let's hang out.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Lez Hang Out. I'm Leigh Holmes Foster, and here's what's happening this week.
This week in the Lesdom.
This week in the Lesbian is a place where we can touch base each episode about things going on with the podcast or otherwise. We are releasing Patreon bonus episodes through season 8. Our last one was on Amelia Perez, and our next one is going to be on Bros. Super exciting. If you want to listen to those, you can do that at bit.ly/lespatreon. We also have a Patreon campaign going on right now with all kinds of different perks. At 100 patrons, you get to pick a Should Have Been Gay. At 150, we're going to throw a live Patreon-only show. And at 200, we're going to throw a virtual house party with games, karaoke. It's going to be super, super fun. We also really could use your support right now. We're doing a big push before Pride so that we can make sure we can continue to make this show and pay our tiny little gay team.
We also want to remind you we are still planning to go to France. Now, granted, some of the details a little up in the air. Will we all be able to leave the country? Who knows? Will the dollar have any value globally? Who knows? But listen, next March 25th to 31st, 2026, our plan is go to Paris, go to Bordeaux, have a great gay time, make the most of it while the world slowly dissolves around us. So if you want to sign up to join us, we are going to be doing our best to make some plans. We do have people who have signed up or expressed interest in the trip, and we do still have some spots available. So if you'd like to take one of those spots, you can do that at bit.ly/LesDoFrance.
We have had the first 5 travelers sign up, and that is everyone who's going to get the early bird discount. So after that, you will not get the early bird discount. Congratulations to those of you who signed up early. We love you all, and we are super excited to hang out with you next March.
In the greater Les universe, first, shout out to Kristen, our production assistant Kristen, who sent us this link saying that apparently rumor has it that all of the cardinals at Cuntclave, which is it's happening, that they're all gay. And honestly, I don't know why this feels not shocking at all. It feels totally right.
Like, at all. I also love, like, the gayness of this article where it's like, people are like, oh, like, how do you know? And he's like, oh, well, people told me. And, like, like people I know in the Vatican think it's a large majority. I'm like, so you have published an article about gay rumors? Like, it basically, I was half
He's like, these bitches be spilling that tea. Listen.
Yeah, I was half expecting this article to link to our Should Have Been Gay.
So
Like,
funny.
hilarious.
So
Also,
funny.
like, of course, like, RIP to the Pope. I'm, like, making it the sign of the cross. Like, yeah, I feel like I'm not Catholic, and, like, I was so raised Catholic that I have to be like, yes, yes, Pope. But this is just comical timing. Also in the Greater Lez universe, and it's, like, not really Greater Lez universe. However, I personally could not be here to record this episode, so my voice is only in the bookends. It will not be in the episode. And I really felt the need to say this because it's for Inside Out 2. And my first date with my girlfriend was watching Inside Out 2. And
so true. So true.
As though that is, like, the ultimate reason why this movie should have been gay. And I am really sad that I couldn't be here for this particular episode. But I felt that it deserved a shout out because Inside Out 2 has a very gay spot in my heart.
Can I tell some of the story, Ellie?
Yes, please.
Okay, because I vividly remember you telling me how you were like, oh, I'm single. I just want to be single for a bit. Like, but also I am going to go and hang out with Bailey and we're going to watch a movie. And I was like, yeah, of course you fucking are. What movie, Ellie? What movie are you watching? And you were like, Inside Out 2. And I was like, I'm so fucking sure.
I know. It is honestly, you know what? I'm going to tell the story too because it's just so gay. This is so gay. So I was like, you know, it's probably smart of me to stay single and blah, blah, blah. But I really like, clearly I'm not single. And I love this girl so much. But I was like, basically like, okay, so I just really want to spend some time with her. And like, we were supposed to see Inside Out 2 in the theaters, but like didn't end up doing it. It was a whole thing. So like, I just want to like watch Inside Out 2 with her. And in my mind, so gay. I'm like, I'm going to go. We're going to watch the movie. I'm going to talk to her. Like, I wrote a whole speech. Like, I literally wrote this entire thing that was like, you know, it's probably smart for me to be single right now. But like, I just want to let you know, like, I'm not trying to date anyone else. Like, I'm madly in love with you. Like, I'll wait for you. Like, we can wait a bit. And like, eventually we can date when like, it's like probably smarter and like better for us to do that. And I had this whole thing planned. I show up to that Inside Out 2 date. It was so clear. Bailey was like, I'm kissing you tonight. So when I got there, I was like, oh, this is a date. And it was
Ellie
just, like,
folding her little paper.
Yeah, I was like,
back
okay. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just put that in my pocket and forget all. I'll tell you this whole thing, but I guess we're doing this thing. And I would like to say, like, as an elder gay, it doesn't get better. I still was like, I don't know, maybe she doesn't like me. Like, what is, after she had fully told me she had feelings for me, I was like, no. She probably just wants to be friends.
Maybe she was confused, Ellie.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Maybe she was thinking of someone else at the time. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe like me going over to her house to like watch a movie, like that's not a date. Like, we're just friends.
Lesbians are unparalleled.
It's wild.
Truly.
And that's what I'm saying. I wish I could tell you it changes. It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Nope. No, it doesn't. But yes, so this movie has a very, very, very beautiful spot in my heart. It's just comedy.
And I'm so sad you missed it, Ellie.
I know. I'm so sad.
You were missed. Well, that's what's happening this week. Back to you, Ellie and Leigh. Thanks, Ellie and Leigh. Welcome to our 146th installment of Should Have Been Gay.
Oh, it was fun, it was great, but it should have been a little more gay.
And in this week's episode, oh, Pouchy! Pouchy, I need something from you. Well, that's dynamite. That's more dynamite. Wait, Pouchy, I do actually need something very helpful. I have no co-host today. I am without Ellie. Do you think you have someone in there who could help me host this episode? Who's that I see, Pouchy? It's a stand-up comedian. She's an advocate for equality and diversity. She's currently touring with Andro Fashion Show and a panel called Masked Unmasked that both center mask-presenting queer women of color. Why, it's Kia Barnes. Oh my gosh. Hi, Kia.
Hello, hello. Excited to be here.
Aren't you excited to imagine a world where you just climbed out of Pouchy's mouth hole?
I just like it. You know, Pouchy was big lit. Every time Pouchy popped up, I was like, that's me right there.
Pouchy. I sort of just want to exist in a world where there's like a random, almost like, it's like Mary Poppins bag-ish, where you just sort of like reach in this infinite growing space of like useful things that seem to be 90% dynamite. Where's that world? I want that.
I think that's lesbians with our cargo shorts. I got everything in there,
full
baby.
Of dynamite?
Absolutely. Hey, what you need? I got what you need.
It honestly would be the funniest thing to just go up to random dykes on the street and be like, what you got? What you got in those shorts? Got
What
some
you got in
dynamite?
those cargos?
Got a rubber ducky in there? What you hiding?
Got some gloves in there? What you got? What you got? Oh, absolutely.
That's going to be our new, is she, packing dynamite? That's how we're finding each other now. Get on board, lesbians.
Hey, I think they've already been doing it, and we're just now discussing it. I'm telling you, I have several cargo pants and shorts, so they never go out of season.
Incredible. Yeah, you can't. There's no season that's not cargo short season, right?
Agreed.
I mean, I live in the Bay Area. It's exceedingly true, but I think you could make that work anywhere.
Absolutely. I got them in camo. I got them in khaki. I got them in khaki. And also I have them in camo. True story.
The two genders, khaki and camo. Amazing. Well, we are here. Kia's going to help me today, while I have no Ellie, to talk about the 2024 hit film everyone's been waiting for, Inside Out 2. Oh my God.
Loved it.
I mean, listen, we'll get there. We'll get there. I know everyone's been asking about this, and I'm excited we're finally getting around to it, quite honestly. I'm going to start, as usual, with our IMDb synopsis for anyone who's not familiar with the film. It is as follows. A sequel that features Riley entering puberty and experiencing brand new, more complex emotions as a result. As Riley tries to adapt to her teenage years, her old emotions try to adapt to the possibility of being replaced. Not too bad, not too bad. Do you have a gay synopsis that you would want to share for Inside Out 2, Kia?
I feel like it was me, but instead of playing hockey, I was playing softball, like, I was like, oh my God, all these girls. And before I knew it, I knew I was destined to be a diamond dyke. Like, I mean, the whole time, you see her catching all the feels and wanted to be with the older girls. I saw it. She wasn't doing a very good job of hiding it at all. It was a lazy flick. Absolutely. I couldn't stop seeing the themes, even like in the beginning when she had on her little rainbow sweater. I was like, yes, girl. Yes.
So this brought back memories, you're saying, for you?
Absolutely.
Incredible.
Absolutely.
Incredible. I would say my gay synopsis for Inside Out 2, I said, puberty is hard when you're hiding a big, dark secret and are suddenly having a panic attack in front of the girl you're obsessed with.
Hey, you clocked that big time.
That's the movie. That's the movie. So tell me more, because Inside Out 2, what was your experience with the movie? Either Inside Out or Inside Out 2. We can sort of, touch a little on the original, the OG as well.
I just thought it was really dope. I think that I'm a person who, in many ways, I am able to like compartmentalize my emotions and like see how they might play out. And so it was like dope to see those things personified and see how they impacted and played into one another. Like it was great. I feel like it just resonated with me so much because I feel like I could map mine out exactly the same way. And like I said, it was just a very familiar experience to me because I've smoked 2 cigarettes in my life. And one was to impress the older girls on the softball team. And
Oh
the
my
other
God.
one was, the other one was my college graduation night. Like both times, nightmares, both times. But like, like it was that anxiety. Oh, y'all smoking? Me too. I do this all the time. Yeah, that's my
You're like
favorite
all
band too. Yeah.
the time. Love a
Asthmatic,
cigarette.
asthmatic, 100%. These lungs don't lie. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. All of us. Yeah. No.
Oh my God. Incredible. Can I tell you? So my experience with Inside Out 2 is I literally hadn't watched it until this week. I have seen the first one a number of times. The second one came out. I know everyone was talking about how gay it was. I saw all the promos with Val and I was just like, oh girl. Oh, honey. Oh, sweetie. Riley's going to have a time in this movie. But the problem is that I just hadn't gotten around to watching it. And what's funny too is like I have young children, right? Like this feels like it should be right up my alley in terms of like what I would have just watched for, like watching with my kids or whatever. Here's the thing that I can tell you in terms of it's not directly related to Inside Out 2, but it is a story that I love about the Inside Out franchise. My kids are giant wimps when it comes to movies. Like my kids are 5 and 6 years old. And I feel I see other like their friends, like you talk to like, their friends' parents and stuff about movies and they're like, "Oh my God, they're obsessed with like all sorts of stuff." Like my oldest daughter's like class last year, all the boys in her class were obsessed with like fighter jets and they were all obsessed with oh god, what's that movie with Tom Cruise? What's the fighter jet movie?
Is it Top Gun?
Top Gun. Yeah. They were like, there was a whole bunch of like 6-year-old boys who were like, I love Top Gun. And I was like, how old are you? Like, what are we doing? I'm like, they have friends who are like, oh my God, I'm obsessed with like Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm obsessed with this. My children will not watch a movie. They get like 20 minutes in and they are like screaming bloody murder because they are terrified endlessly. Right. And we have tried and we have actually gotten through a couple movies. And I did watch Inside Out 1 with my children. And it was a mistake. And I was home with them by myself and we watched it. And my wife came home, maybe, I'm going to say like 10 minutes after we finished the movie. They are both screaming, crying on the couch, inconsolably. My wife walks in to like this chaos and she's like, what happened? And I'm like, we watched a movie. And we made some core memories of trauma, I believe, is what has happened here. And so I would love to watch Inside Out 2 with my kids. Like, my oldest has anxiety, like, extremely strong anxiety already for a 6-year-old. I'm like, I would love to watch this because I actually think it's an incredibly healthy, helpful framework to talk about emotions with kids and adults. Listen, internal family systems, y'all, it's a real thing. Like it's a legit approach to, like dealing with emotions, dealing with anxiety, dealing with like a lot of stuff. So love to watch it. And I was like, maybe when they're in high school, and they can handle like a really scary movie like Inside Out 2.
Or be going through Inside Out 2.
Or be going through Inside Out 2. Quite honestly, legitimately watching Inside Out 2, even for me, like, I'm sitting there with my wife watching it, and I was like, my anxiety is stressed out by this movie. Like, oh my God, Riley, get it together.
Yeah, Riley was definitely stressing me out. Hey, Riley was stressing me out. She was on one quite a bit. Like, I feel like I would have gotten quite a bit of whoopings if I was Riley. I don't know.
Yeah.
From the backwoods Alabama, it wouldn't have flown. It couldn't fly.
She's having a time. She's having a time in this movie.
A time and some tantrums.
So tell me, Kia, what made this the choice for a Should Have Been Gay? Where do you want to start to dive into the gayness of this movie?
It made it the choice just because it was so relatable to me. And, so many people had been waiting for so long for this film to come out. I think she would have been in her 20s by now if it was actually counting the years in real life, so just very relatable.
When did Inside Out 1 come out? Hold on, now I gotta look it out. Okay, Inside Out came out in 2015. Yeah, that's 9 years in between. That's crazy.
Yeah. So it was just time, and it's worthy of discussion. We saw We saw the writing on the wall, so we already knew it's time to talk about this one.
It's
Shout out.
so time. I also love that it took them 9 years to give us the sequel, and it somehow was both incredibly gay and also not gayer, question mark, right?
Right. I feel like I heard them like dropping in the names of a couple boys at some
Mm-hmm.
points, but it's like, girl, she was holding her hands for too long. Really?
Well, maybe when well as we dive into the should have been gay of all of this, have you seen any of the stuff that came out about Pixar employees talking about how they made them scrub anything that they felt came across as too gay about this movie?
No, I did not see that.
So I was looking some stuff up today, and there are legitimate articles that came out after the movie came out because Pixar employees were not happy about a lot of stuff with the movie. Namely that they were under a huge amount of pressure. Pixar was like, this movie has to succeed or we won't have a studio anymore, right? And so they were just like, people were working like round the clock, crazy hours. They were just like bringing in all sorts of people and being like, your job is now this. And they're like, I don't do that. And they're like, doesn't matter, you do it now, right? So it was like a crazy hectic situation. They cut them out of a bunch of stuff in negotiations for like bonuses. So like I don't think they had bonuses that were like I don't think they got like the amount of like points that they were supposed to get, like kind of on the back end deals type of things. Like so they didn't get to like benefit financially from the success of the movie. So like I think a lot of people were not happy after this whole experience of making the movie because it sounds like it was legitimately a nightmare, right? But one of the things that was interesting is that there are employees who came out after the fact saying, and they were so worried because they needed this to be successful, like commercially viable, global success. Like this movie needed to do numbers. And so apparently there was also a huge amount of pressure where they were like, nothing can look gay, right? Like anything that looks even remotely gay, they're like changing lighting in scenes. They didn't want any hint of romance between Riley and Val. Riley, in a general sense, can't seem gay. Like they were just like, scrub it all. Like everything has to go. And what I think is funny is that you still ended up with a movie that's so fucking gay.
Yeah,
Like
hey,
it's so gay.
that's
How did it
that's
how did it not how did it stay so gay?
that's a very unfortunate situation. So it's like Disney Pixar, right?
It's Disney Pixar, yeah.
Right. I worked for Walt Disney World for 2 years, and I've never felt so safe and welcome as an out queer person. It's like ingrained in the way that they treat their employees, and the way that they market their products. And I was just really happy and proud to be a part of that, and to like just see so many other people walking in their truth. And I own Disney stock, and
Mhm.
I love that they like stood their ground against the Don't Say Gay bill. And I really hate that now they're even like acknowledging these pressures and feeling the need to succeed. I understand why they feel the need for this movie to succeed, because I own Disney stock and they are still tanking like
Yeah.
these. Yeah, like Elon's eating it right now. Disney's been eating it for several years. I hate that that's the way that it played out. I still see, obviously, it's so many hints of what the real situation is in that movie. And I hate that those employees are having those experiences. It's just ugly right now. Like
Yeah.
Disney is going through. I really hate that for those employees, or if they're like Imagineers. I don't know if that's the Imagineers that does that for Pixar, but that's rough because they really poured into their team for so long, and now it seems like that's I hate to hear that. That breaks my heart. That Disney feels like family to me, for real.
Yeah.
Like I still go back and see those people. Like I hate to hear that that's how it's playing out, but I can
Well,
see it.
and it's always so funny to I think to us as queer people, like it's always very funny when you have a a property like Disney that if you ask like I'm going to say you find any gay person on the street and you say like, "Hey, name 10 gay Disney characters." Who's going to struggle? Who's gonna struggle? Like, who can't pull 20 out their back pocket, right? Like, nobody. You could name 20 Disney characters, like gay Disney characters right now, right? Like, just cold. Don't even think about it. We could just do it, right? So it's crazy to me that they always try so hard and still somehow like can't escape escape their own like wild gayness, and that you end up like alienating, I think, a pretty large portion when you do stuff like this, you know? Like, it doesn't, I don't know why this seems to always be the go-to move for companies that don't really have like a stranglehold on like the conservative demographics either. And you're just like, I don't think this is going the way you want it to go for you.
Well, I think they did for a pretty good while. Like Disney was the standard. Disney is still the standard, but it's I just can't stop thinking about how unfortunate it is because they're in this predicament and having to make these adjustments because they stood up for us. And as
Yeah.
a result of their response and losing all of this value, like and kind of having to take a little step back, they're alienating the people that like they're taking all these lumps for. Like it really
Yep.
sucks. It sucks. Like
Yeah. It's
even
all
as
around bad.
yeah, it's all around bad. Like even as someone who does events for the queer community so often, like we we'll shut ourselves down. We'll cancel ourselves and each other. And then what are you left with? Like what are we left with? I don't know. I hate that. I hope they get their acts together. That's unfortunate. I still have plenty of friends who work for Disney specifically, not Pixar. And behind the scenes, it's not changing. Like so many of these institutions, behind the scenes, it's not changing. And that's probably why so much good gay stuff just seeped in there. But on paper, it's like, okay, let me just try my best to appease the masses because at the end of the day,
Mhm.
all of those people still had to get paid.
Yeah. Well, we're here to appease the gay masses. So, what do you think? What do you think are? I mean, obviously, I'm sure we are here primarily to talk about Riley, right? In terms of like who should have been gay in the movie. If you had to start us off, what do you think are some? What would you say is like your gayest thing about Riley?
I would have to say, like, it was literally that moment when she was holding her hands and like, oh my God, am I holding her hands too long? Like, I just remember those moments for myself. Like it was as soon as she saw that girl, she's like, oh my goodness. Like she just wanted to be like, she wanted to walk like her. The walk, like
Mm-hmm.
that looked like a whole group of butches to me. She wanted to join the Butch Boys Club. Like the whole thing was like just trying to figure out how to get gay enough, you know?
Yeah. There's something very funny about watching the second that Val comes up in the movie, the immediate like fangirling of all of the emotions, you know, just being like, "Oh my god, Val." Like it is so relatable. It's so relatable as a queer
Yes.
person. And I just think it's very fun to get to experience a scene like you were saying, that holding hands scene. I think it's very fun to get to experience gay panic from the perspective of the emotions in your body. Because that's 100% what's happening there, right? Like that is gay panic as seen by all of your hormones.
Absolutely. I remember my first gay panic moment, like, oh my God, do they know? Do they know? Did she think I was just helping her put on that lotion or did she know how much I enjoyed it? Damn it.
Yeah, the moment of Riley being like, "Oh my god, I just ran into my literal crush, and now I'm walking into a locker room where we have to change in front of each other," and she's just like, "Oh my god, this is okay, this is fine. I can't change at the same bench as those girls. Oh my god, how will I not look at them?
Oh my goodness.
Look at the floor, look at the floor, look at your
You know,
shoes."
right. They of course they had to include a locker room scene. And I specifically remember like the group walking by and everybody looking like they're on their way to Dyke March. Like good grief. Like they all had the same little red streak in their hair, their
Yes.
little nose rings and stuff. It's like,
Yep.
I see you. I see you, friend. I see you. Clock that.
That's so incredible. Yes, highly relatable.
Absolutely.
The hockey girls in a general sense, right? Like the whole Firehawks team. is
And the coach.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a stud right there. That's a stud for sure. Oh yeah. She's keeping all the little baby dykes in check. All right. This is how you
That's
get to be a professional lesbian. First of all, oh yeah, like
incredible.
it was just sprinkled all over. Like it's undeniable. They tried, but they did not succeed because that is a super queer
Yeah.
cartoon. Oh
She's a gay coach. I know there's someone doing a whole series on TikTok right now where they just go through, it's like they do different installations that they call "Is she gay or does she just coach women's basketball?" And they're doing it for March Madness, and they just keep having like, picking a coach every TikTok, and it's like they all just put up different photos where they're like, this outfit screams gay, but the hair like kind of reading straight to me, like, and it's just all women's basketball coaches, and it's incredible. It's incredible. And if you were gonna put Coach Roberts on a "Is she gay or does she just coach hockey?" She gay.
She real gay. I think
She gay, man.
I just feel like if we really paid attention, we could probably see her girlfriend in the stands with a sign like "Go baby, go!"
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You just know her wife is at every game. Like, she loves those girls on the team, right? She's like, oh my God, let's host like a team sleepover. Yeah.
She's giving them grab bags.
She's
pulling them
got
to the
she's
side.
got apple and orange slices on the side. She's got a big Gatorade. She's ready. She's so ready.
You know how we do.
I love it.
And I definitely coached girls basketball before and t-ball.
We should get you on that TikTok series.
Oh mercy.
Is she gay or is she gay?
There- just gay, just good old gay.
Just good old gay. So, okay, Val for sure a crush. Because I'm curious what you think about the friends, the Bree and Grace, Riley's friends. Because, like, Ellie and I have done a bunch of episodes where we talk about the concept of, like, gay magnetism, right? Which is, like, a lot of gay people, I feel like you all sort of find each other even before you all come out. Like, in that sort of, like, teen, tween years, like, you tend to gravitate towards each other even before you all consciously, unconsciously, like, know that you're gay, have a concept of homosexuality. Like, I feel like a lot of us come out and then, you get, like, a couple years down the line and you're like, oh, actually, my entire high school friend group has since come out, right?
Absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about your thoughts on Bree and Grace. Like, because to me, I was like, this is a little gay group of girls.
Yeah. I feel like Bree was just trying to figure out what the hell was going on personally. But Grace, like there was something there. There was like you said, some type of magnetism, and it seemed like she was a little bit more jealous and upset than anything else. Like, I thought we had something special. Now you got this girl, this older girl, and you're going through puberty, and you want to act like you don't know me. You want to act like we went to the concert together, boo.
Yeah.
We had an amazing time, but now all of a sudden you two grown. Yeah, like I definitely feel like it was that. And just like you said, the gay kids clicked together. And but I'm from the backwoods of Alabama. I definitely, so much of my friend group, they're still not out though. It's the strangest thing. We know y'all are gay. Everyone knows you're gay. We are 40. Get free. So many of my friends, like obvious, like, or even some of them I may have seen in the club, and now they back like pretending, doing whatever the hell. I don't know. Yeah. The gays were clicking together in that movie for sure. And definitely the whole hockey team was a gaggle of gays for certain.
Oh, for sure. I feel like if we were going to I want someone to make me like a whole, I mean, sequel's not the right word. I need like the parallel story of Inside Out 2 as told by Grace's emotions, where it's just like the heartbreak of your first girlfriend, like leaving you for her older crush, that's what I want. Someone make me that movie. I want Grace's sadness just full out sobbing the entire movie. Oh no, Kia, what did I bring up?
Just saying, it just resonated with my spirit.
I'm so
Been
sorry.
there, done that. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know. Like, they can buy cigarettes. I can't even smoke them. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do?
I've hit a nerve. I've hit something. Listen, we're gonna let Kia gather her emotions. We're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back to talk more about it.
Have you heard of Olivia, the travel company for lesbians and LGBTQ plus women? You know what they say, life is short and the world is wide. And when you're a lesbian or LGBTQ plus woman, you want to be able to go on vacation, have some fun, feel safe, and be yourself. Olivia Travel creates full takeovers of their cruise, resort, riverboat, and adventure vacations so you can kiss who you want to kiss without a care in the world in your own safe space. Olivia also provides the entertainment, bringing comedians and musicians from within your community. Traveling by yourself? No problem. Olivia has a robust solos program so you can travel alone, together. Single, coupled up, or in a group, you'll meet amazing LGBTQ plus women who come from all walks of life, yet have so much in common. Join the thousands of Olivians who travel to bucket list destinations all over the world. It's life-changing to be in the majority on your own vacation. Discover Olivia for yourself at olivia.com today.
Let's hang out.
So let's talk more about Riley's gayest hits in this movie, because I would say there are a number of them. And one thing I do want to talk about is the emotions themselves. Because here's what I think is funny is, again, if we're going to say, like, you know, Pixar was out here trying to be like, let's make sure that no one reads this as gay. I think it is very funny to have the character of Riley hit puberty and overnight have her entire personality taken over by, let's just go down the list. We have anxiety, an incredibly relatable gay emotion. Anxiety voiced by queer icon Maya Hawke. We have envy, voiced by Ayo Edebiri. And we have ennui, voiced by Adele Exarchopoulos, who we might all know from Blue is the Warmest Color. So I'm just saying, like, if you want to have the world's gayest fucking lineup of actors suddenly be the emotions of this 13-year-old girl, and I'm supposed to not feel like that's gay?
I think they're counting on the bigots being so ignorant and not researching, because they don't, that they'll never even know. They're like I said, we're just going to do our thing and just, do just enough to appease them, because they're certainly not going to research, and they don't know any of those things that you said. I think you should cut that from this episode. What if? Because they're not going to read.
Need to know,
right? They're not going to read, but they might just listen. And you might have just blown our cover. You just blew up our gay spot.
Yeah, all the high-ranking Pixar execs who are big Lez Hang Out fans, we've really done it now.
You never know. Hey, at the end of the day,
listen,
people, and they're going to do that market research.
If there is a high-ranking Pixar executive who is a big fan of the podcast, my guess is they're the ones who hired these three people and gave them control of Riley in this movie. Because I'm sorry, but literally, like, when they all show up and I was like, oh, I should look up who's in this. And I was just like, what? Gay? What? Gay? What? Gay? This is gay as shit. What are we doing here? I was like, what is literally Maya Hawke playing anxiety is just like the gayest thing I've ever seen in my life. Just that on its own. And that's not even, you don't even get to envy and ennui at that point. But I was like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? This is gay. This is just a gay.
When that Pixar executive watches this podcast, they're going to be like, nailed it. You see me. You see me. You see
Honestly, listen, email us, letshangoutpod@gmail.com. Pixar execs, get in touch, okay?
Let's
deep dive.
I can see you animated right now. Listen, they're going to give you butch shoulders. I just want you to know. When you get your cartoon, they're going to give you butch shoulders and muscles. It's going to mask you up a little bit more.
I could use a little bulking up on the screen. That's okay. I can live with that.
That LL Bean is hiding it. I know what you're working with.
First of all, I just feel like in a general sense, I mean, we say this all the time, like anxiety, it's just gay. It's a gay emotion, you know? We're an anxious people.
All my life I had to hide. Ever since I was a little girl, I was living a double life. Ever since I was a little girl, I knew that I was different, and I knew that I had to hide it. And I was terrified of the possibility of anyone seeing that big dark secret. Absolutely.
Yes, and you know how we hide it? We have a highly trained fucking little crazy anxiety in there who has a whole team running some, diagrams in the back of like everything that could go wrong. Give us the situation. Let's play them out. Let's figure it out. Let's run the stats. Let's have projections, right? That is how we stay in the closet. That's
You
how
know,
that's how we do it. So
you know.
I think it is just a statement of scientific fact. Anxiety is a gay emotion. Okay. So that gay. Then you bring in envy, like fucking Ayo Edebiri just out here being like, oh my God, look at that girl. Oh my God, she's so amazing. I want her to like me. And I'm just like, well, listen, bitch, that's gay. That shit's gay.
Why are her boobs so perfect? I think I want mine like that, or I think I want to touch them. I'm not sure.
Or both.
Not sure which one. Or both.
Could be both. Some people are femme for femme. Could be both,
You know, look at me being so damn close-minded.
Listen, I'm just saying, could be both. It's fine.
I think you're absolutely right yet again. Like that's all on us. Like we just I always knew I was a gay little girl. I always knew. I can remember the moment of realizing that I liked boobies. Like, oh my God. I keep looking at them. Like that age when I was like right boob level and was getting all the hugs. It was like some of the best years of my life. I gotta
Listen, can I just tell you what this has brought up for me? While we're talking about the gay magnetism of Riley and her friends, their little, like friend handshake thing, whatever, that they do where they like put all their fists on each other and then they yell, awooga. You mean the sound that a cartoon like wolf makes when it sees like a hot, large-breasted cartoon animal walking past it on the screen? That's the sound that they make. They make the universal cartoon sound of boob appreciation.
Right, when the heart's
Shit's
beating
gay.
out of the chest.
Yes.
Extremely
the eyes
gay.
popping. They're like, awooga. And I'm like, I see you, little baby dykes.
They did not do a very good job of hiding this. We should report them to the people.
Yeah, we're gonna
let them know
tell
how gay this movie is. Do you know?
We're gonna do a TED Talk and the world must know. And okay, so we've got anxiety, we've got envy. Adele playing Ennui, like, I'm sorry, Ennui's gay. I mean, that's just like that's a gay character.
He's
Ennui is
angry little gay man.
Yeah. Ennui just lounging around on the phone, just like, ugh, God, do you need my help again? Like, I'm trying to move in with my girlfriend this weekend. I'm too busy for this.
and the not so subtle insults, the not loving little insults. It's giving big gay.
She's funny in this. Just every single time, the little like, no. It's like, why am I into this? I'm like, why is Ennui gay, and why do I kind of I think I have a crush on Ennui in this movie. What's happening?
I don't know what it is about the gay one. The gay guys just like treat me badly. I need it. No, not interested. But will you be my best friend, please?
It's incredible. But I do want to talk about, you mentioned the big dark secret. Can we talk about the big dark secret a little bit?
And how powerful it was. Like,
also how they threw that in there and they don't tell you what it is. They're just like, Riley has a big dark secret that's not ready to come out yet.
We all know those are the lesbian superpowers. Everyone understood that was the lesbian superpowers, and then it went back like into a closet. Like, come on, like, yeah, we see what was happening there.
They break out of this like giant vault that they're in, right? And they're like, oh, like, big dark secret, are you coming too? And big dark secret is just like, not yet. And you're like, got a couple years to realize some things, huh, Riley? Like, it's fine. 13's young. I didn't know then either. Like, I get it.
Oh yeah,
I get it.
It's very obvious.
But I'm curious. Like, this is what Ellie and I always love in movies like this. Is like, what do you think straight people think the big dark secret is?
I don't know, but I feel like it was very obvious to queer folk, because probably for so many of us, all of that anxiety or envy So much of that went away once we came out of the closet. Like
Yeah.
it rescued all of our other emotions and helped us regulate our other emotions, you know. So I think it's pretty obvious to us. To them, like,
She's
well, I
13.
mean,
Let me just remind you. She's 13 years old. The fuck big dark secret could she have? Like, what is Riley hiding? I killed a man? Like,
right?
what are we talking about here? I'm like, you're 13. Like, your big dark secret, there's minimal options at that age for like a straight teen, right?
What
What's your
could it?
secret? What's
What
your
could
secret?
it
I'm like, me
be?
as a queer woman watching this movie, I'm like, yeah, so she's gay. I mean, like, obviously, like, what else were we all hiding at age
What could the
13?
straights think it is? What
Right?
could the straights
I'm
possibly think?
legitimately like, so Ellie and I have discussed have discussed recently. We were like, we should have a segment that's just called like Ask a Straight, and we just like bring a random straight person on to be like, I really desperately just need to know the answer to this. This is the time where I need Ask a Straight person. I need a straight person to tell me, what did straight people watch this movie assume is the secret? Like,
Right? What could it possibly? What could it possibly be? Like
what could it
that
be? Like, what has Riley done? Like, you set your house on fire. Like, what are we hiding, Riley? Like,
because it is
there's not a lot of things that I could imagine making sense in like a Disney Pixar franchise film, right? Of being like, what would a 13-year-old need to hide?
I love that they still left that big dark secret in there too, because you know they probably could have edited that right on out as well, but they
You
left it.
right? They
They're
left
like,
it
give
in, and
us
I'm like,
4 years, give us 4 years that it's coming out.
that big dark monster might as well have been waving a fucking rainbow flag as far
You
as I'm
know,
concerned. Like, there's no question in my mind, especially because that big dark secret locked in a vault with, listen, I'm just gonna say it, like Lance slash Blade, right? Who, as a person who like did actually play a lot of video games growing up, like Lance slash Blade cracked me the fuck up. The
that
whole like
role.
glitching, trying to like jump out of the vault and the roll move is so hysterical. But
Yes.
also, I would just like to say verbatim, Lance slash Blade comes on the screen, and my wife just straight up goes, "That's a lesbian."
Now I gotta look
Like,
him up again.
oh, look
I
that
gotta
character up.
I gotta put my eyes on him.
There is flowing hair. Okay, like
Lance Crash Blade. Let's see this fella. Because okay, I mean, I remember the look. I remember the glitching. I remember the rolling because the rolling was everything to me, and that rolling
he
eventually saved him.
he is very clearly supposed to be based on the character from Final Fantasy VII, right?
Yeah, that's a yeah.
So
Yeah.
so he is like an almost straight copy of Cloud, I think from FF7. The only real difference, because he's got like the big giant sword and whatever. The main difference between Lance slash Blade and Cloud is
That's right.
that Lance slash Blade has flowing pink hair, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's a whole dyke.
More
That is,
lesbian
you
and
know what
less.
that is? That is the crush that a teen hiding a big dark secret has.
Oh wow. Okay, I can see it. It was giving me more twink the whole time. Like and just like do your thing and just
Sure,
like
but listen, sometimes you're 13 and you have limited options. And you know,
you
like
know,
you haven't fully accepted your new sexuality yet, your burgeoning feelings, and so you project those feelings onto the closest proxy for a woman that you can that is like socially acceptable, right?
I
That's a
witnessed it.
Lance slash Blade.
That is a
That's
Lance
what
slash blade for
That's
sure.
what that is. That is a Dyke Light.
Dyke on light. I could see that. Mine was Xena Warrior Princess
Ugh.
personally.
I mean, yes,
I was like, Gabrielle,
100%.
kiss her already. Come on.
Mine was Gabrielle from Xena Warrior
Yeah, Gabrielle
Princess.
kissed
Same.
her. Yeah.
Like, I had some strong feelings that I didn't know how to make sense of, you know? And so you would tell yourself, like, no, I'm really into Autolycus or Eolus. I don't know, man. I'm into the men. Sure, those do it for me. But also put Xena and Gabrielle on screen again. I just feel like, because here's what I think is funny. I think Lance, a very gay crush for a 13-year-old girl to have, okay? I also think it's funny that the only other mention we get of crushes are when they go to Imagination Land or Imagination Station, wherever they go, and they find Mount Crushmore, right? And here's what I think is funny, is that Mount Crushmore, this mountain of, again, these sort of like, here are my crushes, that lives in Imagination Land in Riley's head. Okay, so let's just walk through this real quick.
Sure.
Riley has to force her imagination to come up with crushes on boys and then carve them into stone to not forget them.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I'm just saying that if I had crushes, I don't know that they would solely exist in the imagination part of my brain, right?
It's called Beardville.
Yes. Yes. That is 100% the brain of a 13-year-old girl who's like, yeah, I have a crush on, just covering my eyes, that boy right there. That one will do, right? That's how that works. Like, that's what that is. That is the crush of a 13-year-old who just like hasn't quite learned about herself
with
yet.
A big dark secret, like
with a big
again,
dark
like
secret.
I couldn't just date any old boy. It had to be the manliest boy of them all. Had to be the manliest. I had to find not just any old football player. It had to be the football star. I had to imagine. Of course, I could like him. Everyone else seems to.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And that relationship worked out, you're saying.
Oh, yes, absolutely. We're great friends.
We're married now. Been together.
Oh, gosh.
High school sweethearts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, hey, definitely. Been there, done that. Did you have a beard?
Me?
Did you have a beard?
I mean, I had 2 guys that I dated in high school, yes. Those relationships didn't quite pan out either.
Are those your prom pictures in the back from when that situation happened? Is that what's going on back there?
This is my wall of lesbians. What are you talking about?
Okay, just making sure that's not your prom date. You never know now, hey.
You never know. No, I actually went to both of my proms with a girl.
Wow.
I know.
You've been free a very long time.
I have been. No,
beautiful.
it's very funny because I mean, let's be fair. I have an incredibly tiny dating history. Very small dating history. My dating history goes, the first guy I dated, it's so fun having you on, Kia, when Ellie's not here, because Ellie already knows all this shit, so now I get to tell you, and she's not like, oh my god, I've heard it. Like, so here, let me walk you through my dating history. I dated one guy when I was in high school. I met him on a college tour. He was not even in my state, okay? Like, lived in a different state. Found each other after the tour on Instant Messenger, okay? Now, for the kids listening.
Was it Yahoo or AIM?
It was AIM back in the day. This is how the youth used to, interact with each other. Instant Messenger. It was sort of like texting if texting was slower, required you to be at a desktop, and also made this sound. Okay? Yeah. So we found each other on Instant Messenger. He had a big crush. He really wanted to come down and visit, and he did. I mean, he legitimately had his parents drive. I don't even know. I don't think we had licenses at the time. Anyways, dated this kid for about a month, and then I also dated another guy I went to high school with for like a couple months. So I broke up with that guy, dated this guy I went to high school with. We went out for a few months and then broke up with him, dated one girl for 3.5 years, and then dated my wife. That's it. That's my dating history.
You still have a finger left. Like,
yeah.
Wow.
Yes, legitimately. So, I mean, I had my two my two beards, my two straight relationships. They didn't last very long. Let's put it that way.
Same thing, honey. They like to spot us out on these little college tours. Exact same thing. I met my high school boyfriend, one of them, who wasn't the football player, on a college tour. And he found me afterwards, and we probably dated for maybe like a year. He even followed me off to college and everything. But the funny thing is, before me, he dated this other girl who was a very obvious lesbian. Like, to this
He had
day,
a
I still
type.
want, to this day, I still wonder, like, was he the beard or was I the beard? I don't know. Like, I still can't call it, but definitely he loved the lesbians. Maybe he kicked off the trend or whatever Drewski has going on now, but he certainly was a lesbian hunter. Hey,
Oh my God.
yeah. So that's why they were in imagination land. Yes, let's just pretend,
Imagination
right? Yeah,
land.
I could see myself doing this for the rest of my life.
Right? Right? I'm like, there are so many things in this movie that I was just like, I don't understand. Like, this movie's for the gays. Like, this is a gay 13-year-old, and this movie should feel incredibly relatable for every gay person watching it. And once again, I am perplexed by the straight understanding of this film. Like, what
What
is
could
it?
what like literally I'm struggling to imagine anything that it could be like maybe her secret is that she's a log cabin Republican or something. I don't know. What could it be like? What could it
Riley's
be?
secret, she voted for Trump. Age 13, right? Like, it's so fucking
What is it?
crazy.
I,
It's so crazy.
I can't
and
fathom.
I do think it's funny because it's like, look at the central like drama of the film, right? You have Joy, who is like, our friends, Grace and Bree, your friends, you're gonna disappoint your friends. And then you have Anxiety, who's like, Val, 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 Val. What if Val doesn't like us? What if Val doesn't want to hang out with us? What if we're not on Val's team? What if we don't get to spend all of our time with Val? What are we gonna do without Val? And I'm like, this honestly feels so relatable for that, like, your first little kid, early tween relationship that you like didn't quite understand the emotions you were both having at the time, and then like your first like legitimate crush.
Like
That's
think
what that is.
I think joy is synonymous with happiness, and happy means gay. Okay? She's trying to see her way to the light. Come out the closet, Riley. We are here to welcome you with open arms. You can be in community with all the other queer Disney Pixar characters.
That's so
Give
funny.
me two. Give me two queer Disney Pixar characters. Give me two. Who you got?
Two right now.
Are you gonna say Tigger? Don't say Tigger. Don't put him in there with us.
Wait, Disney or Disney Pixar?
Disney Pixar. Who you got?
Okay,
All of them. Give me.
Merida from Brave. That's one. And then we did a whole should have been gay also on Toy Story, just in a general sense. But so I'm gonna say Toy Story. What's the girl doll though? Like the girl Woody.
Yes, absolutely.
What's her name?
I forget, but I would have given her my
Jessie.
number for sure.
I think Jessie. Those would be like, if I had to just pick two off the top of my head, just from Pixar movies. I'm gonna say Brave and Merida from Brave and Jessie from Toy Story.
I would ride out into the sunset with her. I would like bye. Imagine land. Like absolutely. I'm with you when you're right. None of Snow White's dwarves, none of them were giving any good queer vibes. I think maybe a little bit of Snow White.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure, but that's not Pixar.
I'm cheating on Disney. Take it out. Scratch it. Delete it.
Well, it's Disney, but it's not Pixar, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was saying I said all of them. Like
oh, all of them.
yeah.
Oh my God, all Disney characters. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ! I mean, the list is endless.
The list
We've
is
done.
endless.
You know what? It's not this season. I think last season we were big into our Disney era. Like we were. I feel like we did a bunch. We did like Raya and the Last Dragon, like Raya and who's the. Did you see Raya and the Last Dragon? And there's the girl that she's always fighting with who has the like undercut, like side buzz, like long asymmetric. That girl gay as shit. So we did Raya and the Last
Spiky
dragon.
Dikey. That's what she sounded like.
Yes.
Spiky Dikey.
Yeah. Like that whole movie is just them wanting to fuck. Like there's no, that's the movie. I'm sorry. It's a kid's movie, you know?
Of course.
No, but I don't remember if it was last season or if it was the season before, but it was like we had a time where we were like, wow, we are like in our Disney era because we did, it was like Raya and the Last Dragon. We did Cruella, which is also a Disney movie, right?
No. She doesn't like dogs. Lesbians love dogs. Ursula, maybe.
Oh,
Ursula,
okay, but have you watched it? Have you watched it though?
Wait a minute. Do I need to watch the newest one? Because you got to be kidding me.
The live action with Emma Stone. She's gay as shit.
Now I got to watch it.
Oh, honestly, you have to watch it. Just because it's fun. It's fun. It's really long, but honestly, it's so fun. Such a well done movie. And you tell me that is not the gayest dyke to ever grace our screens. She's you know what she is? She's like a Chappell drag dyke. Like that's her character 100% gay. Just gay.
I know what I'm doing for the rest of the night.
We did Raya, we did Cruella, there's so many. We've done Encanto, we've done Frozen.
Yes, the strong sister.
Yes, she's gay.
Oh,
they're all gay if you ask me. They're all gay.
Yeah.
Frozen, Elsa, gay. Like all Disney villains. Name a Disney villain, gay. Scar, gay. Ursula, gay. Who's the one in Princess and the Frog? The skinny dude with the hat, gay. I mean, just like they're all gay, man.
Are we the bad guys?
Yes.
Damn. Again.
No, but always. It's actually, so listen, I'm just going to take a quick moment to plug because I was just at a convention down in Long Beach. There's a convention called TGI Femme / and it's all just about like talking about queer rep in the media, things like that. But one of the things that was cool this year is we got to see a sneak peek of a documentary that's coming out that's called Love Me, Bait Me. You can all go follow them at Love Me, Bait Me. I think on all the things, they're great. But it's actually a really, really interesting documentary that's all about the impact of the Hays Code and how the idea that like you could not have happy endings for gay characters in movies as laid out in the Hays Code that like dominated all of Hollywood films and like all of our media for decades. And so the end result is that many of the things that we came to associate with being villain coded are gay traits, like gay characteristics. And so every Disney character, like every Disney villain is gay coded by definition because of the Hays Code. Like that's where that comes from. So yes, we are absolutely the villains. And it's like, it's a legitimate fact of Hollywood. Like we are villains in movies because they didn't know how to make someone obviously read as a villain without making them obviously read as gay because they'd made their gay characters villains for decades.
Damn, that's deep.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So anyways, there is no Disney villain that is not gay coded. They don't exist. Like,
hey,
Hook, gay. I mean, come on. Like Captain Hook, that's a gay man.
Oh,
right?
Flaming.
Like every Disney villain is a gay character. Like there's just that's a hill I will easily die on. But you should actually, I mean, honestly, like I can't wait for this documentary to come out. We're gonna try to get them on an episode to talk about it because it's just fascinating. It's like really interesting to talk about. But
that's very fascinating. So they taught us to correlate these things, and now they're angry that they are playing out in actual society today. Like, damn, y'all what is it? I'm a bad girl.
Yes. What I think is fascinating is Disney movies been gay. Like every villain has always been gay in a Disney movie. I think what's really like the growth we're seeing now is that like sometimes the protagonists are gay, you know? Like now we get movies where you're like Raya's gay, Riley's gay, Merida's gay. Like, oh, the good guy's gay. Oh, how what a change. What a change of pace for us. What a nice new world, you know? Like what a fun new paradigm we get to have. It's great.
Mercy, that's deep. You just rock my world, friend. Now I'm probably gonna spend all the rest of my night just reading about the Hays Code. Like I like to consider myself well read. I miss that. I would
apologize, but honestly, it's a fascinating part of like the real history of queer representation on screen, and it's totally worth doing. So, anyways, that slight tangent aside, anything
Necessary.
else that we need to talk about in terms of the gayness of Inside Out 2? Anything that we've missed or anything you need to add to the discussion?
I feel like they waved their rainbow flag in the beginning when she was first getting dressed. She had on a whole rainbow sweater. It was not subtle. It was very obvious and blatant. And like they dug in throughout. I mean, we have to end on the big dark secret because this big dark secret saved everything and everyone else when it finally came out. But she wasn't ready just yet, so it had to go back in, and everything and everyone else had to fend for themselves. Like I think it was a very queer cartoon. I love it. I still think it was age appropriate, and I'm so happy that regardless of whatever is going on in society right now, we're still able to have things like this that like celebrate the community and culture and are so like relatable to so many of us, especially Diamond Dykes like myself.
While we talk about how age appropriate it is, do you have a ship in this movie? Is there anyone you ship together?
I'm just gonna go with Riley and Grace. I want Real Love to win. She's a groupie for the other girl. Like you shouldn't be a groupie. You need to be down with the one that was down with you, even when you started acting brand new, baby boo.
And what's their ship name? Do you have a ship name for them?
Let's see. Riley and Grace, they're gonna win the race. Nope, can't call it race.
Oh, I love that. No, race is so good. That's great.
There we go.
That's great. I feel like I still want to throw out, even though I know Val's too old for her, but like, listen, just for baby Riley's sake, I'll ship her and Val together. You know, let a girl dream.
And what's the name?
Let her have some dreams. Their name is Ral. Viley, they're all bad. It's not good because it's not meant to be, but that's okay. She needs to just, you know, have the crush and let it go. We've all done that. You have the hopeless crush on the girl who's, you know, like you're a freshman, they're a senior. We've all been there. That's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I caught my crush. I wish I could take it back. Don't do it, Riley. If you are watching right now, Riley, let it slide, okay? She probably smells like cigarettes. It's not worth it.
Don't start smoking for a girl ever. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, right?
It wasn't.
And then I ship Coach Roberts with her wife, you know, whatever her wife's name is.
She's out there somewhere. She's out there. Probably the water girl. Well, not the girl, not like on the team. I know that part.
I know what you mean. She's out there mixing up the Gatorade and the big container. I know.
You know, she's the president of the booster club.
Yeah.
She got those babies handled.
She's the one who gets all the arts and crafts supply when they make like their homemade DIY team t-shirts, you know? She's helping them like use the stencils to like paint their names on the back.
Yeah, they're decorating their homecoming float at her house.
Yeah, that's right. I love them. I think, Kia, we can agree Inside Out 2 should have been gay.
Should have been gay.
Are you ready for our Q and gay questions?
Let's get it. I'm ready.
Q and gay.
Question 1. Who's the gayest emotion out of A, joy, B, anxiety, C, envy, or D, ennui?
I'm going to go with anxiety because she is worried about every single little thing, much like many of the rest of us queer folk. She's so worried about fitting in. I'm going to go with anxiety. She's the gayest gay of them all.
Anxiety is working overtime to keep Riley in that closet. She really is. Okay, question 2, Kia. Who would you choose? A, your friends, or B, your crush?
Real friends gonna be there after you finish finding out. Real friends gonna be there long after that first cigarette. I'm going with new boo. Hey, y'all my friends. Y'all understand. Y'all already know what I was on. I'll be back.
I'll be back with some emphysema. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, question 3. What teeny bopper band would you never deny loving? Out of A, Hanson, B, 3LW, C, One Direction, or D, B2K?
You really gonna leave out Spice Girls like that, huh? You
Listen,
really gonna leave out?
you can write in. You could choose. You could be a write in Spice Girls. I would never. I can't even. The problem is, I don't consider Spice Girls to be a teeny bopper band. They are high art. That's art.
Okay.
Can I tell you, literally, when I was trying to look up, like, oh, who else should I type in here? And I was trying to Google, like, teeny bopper bands. And they also listed Destiny's Child. And I was like, I refuse to put that on my list because I won't call them that. So Spice Girls fell in a similar place for me. I was like, incorrect.
Like
They're amazing. They're artists, okay?
Hey, which one would I deny? Run them back one more time.
Okay, well, who would you never deny loving, right? Because Riley's like, oh yeah, I loved that concert. So who's the band where you'd be like, nope, I can't bring myself to lie? Hanson, 3LW, One Direction, or B2K?
I gotta go with Hanson. I gotta go.
There you go. There you go.
Give it up. That was I wasn't with that song. Just that song though. I would have sang that song the whole concert. Don't know any of your other words, but bop.
Yeah. Do get a bop bop do bop do da ba do. Yeah. Listen, here's the thing. I understand that like we are for sure dating ourselves a little bit here. You can't explain to people below a certain like age threshold the chokehold that song had on us. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Like
Man.
it was a thing. It was a thing. It was fine. You had to be there. You had to be there. Okay.
They had to be there. No, the chokehold that the thong song had on us, you know. Like
so real.
Yes, baby. I wanted to run across the top of a crowd at the beach so badly. I knew that it was in my destiny to run across a crowd at a beach. And I finally got the chance to try to do it in Brazil. And I almost broke my leg and they stole my wallet. We're going to let the thong song go. The thong almost took me out the game. You know what?
Can I tell you that sometimes it is fun to be again, at a certain age? Because like Riley's 13 in this movie. Thong song, that was 13 years old. Me and my friends. Full chest thong song, right? Like just us at 13. Your booty go da da da, right? Like we were in it. We were fully in it,
deep in it. And for my generation, I graduated in 2003. I'm 40 years old. We were so dedicated to the thongs that the girls started wearing them up above the line of their pants.
Oh, yeah. Listen, 2000 was a wild time. We were wilding out there, okay? Like, it was bad. It was bad.
I remember
we were living la vida loca. Yeah. Okay, like, come on, man. That was, but again, like 13 years old, just full chest, singing that whole song, man. Like, it was no good.
I remember seeing a girl slide into home base. And I could see the thong poking out the back of her softball pants.
God.
And
well,
listen.
You couldn't hide the thong. Our pants only came up like, freaking a half an inch above the zipper. Like, what are you going to do?
You are correct yet again.
You had from the crotch of your pants to the top of that button, you had a solid 1.5 inches max. Like, of course you could see your thong. There was not a lot of pant going on, okay? It was a rough time. It was low rise, boot cut. It was a bad time. It was a bad time all around, okay? So... this is why Gen Z, sorry, but you think you're bringing the boot cut flares back, and like we are traumatized. we all have straight up PTSD from the early aughts. Okay, like I can't go back. There's no going back.
Our generation will be the only generation who will potentially have skin cancer in our butt cracks. Okay, because that butt crack was out, baby. It was getting air and sun for certain.
But our hips didn't lie. So, okay. Question 4, Kia. What was your gay sport out of A, hockey, B, basketball, C, soccer, or D, softball?
Softball. Diamondbacks all day.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Can't go wrong.
I was sliding into every base, baby. I was trying to get in there. What's up?
Incredible. Okay, question 5. Last question. What is the cringiest thing that Riley does in her gay panic? A, take the wrong state nickname. B, steal the puck from her own teammate. C, dyeing her hair. Or D, rewriting her entire personality for a girl.
I've done them all. Um, uh, okay, you got to rep your city no matter what. So let's run with that one because you can't
The wrong
yeah,
state.
yeah. You got to rep where you from, period. I'm going to run with that. That was like the fakest of fake.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Especially because, like, I feel like if nothing else, hopefully that serves as a good PSA for, like, all the younger gays out there. Don't just not correct them, man. Just correct them the first time. It's so much less bad. It's so much less bad the first time they
Absolutely.
say it to just be like, actually, it's Minnesota. Because then you've let them call you Michigan for a full weekend, and doing it then is bad.
Right. And then you got to
No,
pretend that you know all this stuff from that place.
yeah.
Yeah.
It
Just
doesn't
check it.
help anyone. It does no one comes out feeling better for you taking the wrong nickname. Just correct them. It's
Come
okay.
on. I
It's okay.
thought, for me personally, the cringiest part was seeing her try to walk like them because I did that. There was this slew-footed stud on the basketball team. I was like, I love the way she walks. I tried to be slew-footed. It's probably why I have bad knees today. Don't judge me.
It's that
I'm
crush.
telling my
It's because
truth.
of that crush.
Damn it. She was slew-footed. I was like, that is a cool way to walk. Why didn't I think of that?
But someday when we're old in a nursing home and there's just going to be some young whippersnapper who's like, what happened to your knees? Well, there was this one girl back in the day.
Picture this.
Oh,
Leroy,
she was fine.
Point guard.
Incredible. I love that. Kia, thank you so much for coming on, being my pinch hitting co-host for the night. Let let our listeners know where they can find you on all the social medias, where they can find all the stuff you have coming up.
You can find me on social media as Kia Comedy. You can find me if you're ever in Atlanta every single Friday. I throw a party at the only lesbian bar in the Southeast, MSR Lesbian Bar. It's called Femme Fridays, and it's always an amazing time. Also, as you mentioned, I am currently touring the Andro Fashion Show. Our next stop is Provincetown for Women's of Color Weekend, as well as the Mask Unmasked panel. And hopefully that will be coming to a city near you if you live in, let's say, New Orleans, DC, Atlanta. I got to look at the list again, but I'm all over the place, baby. You can find me on all things social media at Kia Comedy. Thank y'all so much. I really had a great time.
We've done it. We've made a podcast.
We love hearing from you and building communities. We want to shout out some of our favorite things each episode, and we could not get through this week without talking about how we killed the Pope.
I mean, listen, to be fair, JD Vance killed the Pope, but like,
Was it JD Vance or was it or should have been gay? I don't know.
Or did the world just hear cuntclave and then be like, that's gotta happen?
Exactly. I do think the Pope was like hanging on and then was like, you know what? Give the people what they want. Conclave, good night.
Peace, bitches.
Peace. So yeah, we've had a lot of hilarious comments on some of our Instagram, TikTok. Someone said, listening to this 5 days later, and Pope Francis has literally died at Artichoke Hunter. TikTok comments, and here we are with sad crying smiley faces by Sam B. So yes, we are well aware. We didn't plan it. We not know.
We didn't do this.
We were not prepared.
Pope Francis didn't call us up first and be like, drop it now.
Drop it now.
Drop the episode.
I'm out of here. Drop the episode.
Don't we wish, man? We wish he'd give us, a good. We wish the marketing was so well timed all the time. It's not usually.
No. Our season 8 planning calendar. Release Conclave a few days before the Pope will die. Yeah. Not our intention. Not our intention.
R.I.P. Francis. You had a good one.
God. Speaking of the Pope,
as always,
we'd like to thank our lesbian Jesus patrons, Mark Foster,
Lizette Stein,
Adi Benitez,
Sophia Phillips,
and Armani Gucci.
And our King Princess patrons, Amy and Ellen.
And Andrew Doucette. Thank you so much. We cannot continue to make the show without all of you. And we do have a big Patreon campaign going on right now. You can join at bit.ly/LezPatreon to help us get to some big milestones and do some really fun things.
Remember, you can also find us on all social medias. We are on Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky, and TikTok at Lez Hang Out Pod.
You can email us at lezhangoutpod@gmail.com.
You can check out our website at lezhangoutpod.com.
Whatever app you use for podcasts, make sure you subscribe so you'll be the first to know when new episodes drop.
We also have videos going up on our YouTube channel, and you can catch those at youtube.com/lezhangoutpod.
Lez Hang Out is an independently produced show hosted by us with audio production by me. Our production assistant is Kristen Murison, and other podcasting shenanigans by Leigh Holmes Foster.
If you want to help support the show, the first thing you can do is easy and free. It is leave us a rating and a review on whatever app you use to listen to podcasts. That way it helps new people find the show.
If you want to support us on Patreon, we have a big Patreon campaign going on right now. At 100 patrons, we are going to let you pick a Should Have Been Gay episode. At 150, we're throwing a live Patreon-only show. And at 200, we are going to throw a virtual house party with games, karaoke. We're all going to hang out and have a really good time. So if you want to join that, you can join at bit.ly/LezPatreon. We could really use your support to continue to make this show.
If you want to get some Lez Hang Out merch, we have all of our designs up in our new store on our website. You can also find it at bit.ly/LezMerch. And we were just talking with Ellie and Kristen and I about some new design ideas we have. So if you also have ideas or anything that you're really hoping to get for Pride this year, hit us up, let us know, because we're going to be putting up some new designs soon.
And remember, we have a queer production company making queer podcast musicals with guaranteed happy endings. You can find everywhere at $beanprod.
You can also check out our website, dollarbeanproductions.com.
You can listen to all of the episodes of our first show, The Flame, on any podcasting app, and Journey to the Heart, also on any podcasting app.
And if you want to help support us in making more musicals, you can join our Patreon at bit.ly/dollarbeanpatreon.
If you want to find us individually, you can find me at Ellie Bridget on Instagram and TikTok.
You can find me on Instagram, Blue Sky, and TikTok at LSH Foster.
With that, I'm Ellie.
And I'm Leigh. And let's hang out again soon.
Let's hang out.
Welcome to Gotham, Jimmy. It's not as bad as it looks.
DC and Realm present
Our vigilante, or Batman as he's called, possesses extraordinary physical skill.
DC High Volume Batman.
Fear. I have to make them afraid. I shall become a bat.
Look there. What the hell?
The Dark Knight's definitive DC Comics stories.
He's got a motorcycle. Get after him or I'll have you shot.
Take him down.
Adapted directly for audio for the very first time.
Thinks he's a damn Robin Hood. He dies.
Looks like it's just you and me now, Phil Cooney.
Hit the floodlight. It's showtime.
New episodes every Wednesday. Follow and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Batman hasn't attacked anybody. What do you mean, blow up the building?
From this moment on, none of you are safe.
DC High Volume Batman. Available now.